So if you've ever tinkered with a large language model, you know that wow moment, right? That little bit of magic. But how do you get that magic from your laptop into the real world and not just get it there, but do it safely and reliably? Well, that's exactly where LLMOps comes in. And today we're going to break down what it is and why it's so incredibly important.
Ship AI features safely again and again. This right here, this is the goal. This is the whole North Star. We're not talking about a one-and-done launch. No way. It's about building a system, a process that lets you keep innovating, constantly pushing out new AI features with total confidence, knowing you're not about to accidentally wreck the experience for your users.
And this really gets to the core of the problem, doesn't it? Anyone who's played around with an LLM API knows this feeling. Getting a cool demo up and running can be, well, it can be ridiculously fast. But taking that cool little demo and putting it into a live production application that real people are using, whoa, that is a completely different beast, and it is full of hidden dangers.
All right, let's dig into that. The AI Production Challenge. What exactly makes this jump from a nice, clean sandbox to the messy, real world so darn hard? This lays it out perfectly. It's like you're living in two totally different worlds. Over here on the left, you've got your sandbox, your dev environment, everything is neat, it's controlled, it's predictable, you know what's going to happen. But then, you look to the right. That's production. And production is the Wild West. You have no idea what users are going to type in. The model can just go off the rails in ways you never expected. And every single one of those API calls costs real money. It's just pure chaos. So how do you tame that chaos, right? How do you build a sturdy bridge from that safe little sandbox over to the Wild West of reality? Well, you need a plan. You need a specific set of practices, and that is exactly what LLMOps is all about. Okay, here's probably the easiest way to think about it. You know how for decades, software engineering has had DevOps to handle all the complexity of shipping code. Well, think of LLMOps as DevOps, but custom-built for the wild, unique challenges of large language models. It's the engineering backbone you absolutely need for your AI.
Okay, so that all sounds good in theory, but what does it actually look like? What's in the LLMOps toolkit? Let's break down the core pieces.
All right, this is really the heart of it. Let's walk through this. First up, versioning. You have to track every little change to your prompts, your models, everything, just like you do with code. Next is CI/CD. This is all about automating your testing and deployment, which makes everything way faster and, cuts down on human error. Then you have eval gates, and these are so important. They're basically automated quality checks. Think of them like a bouncer at a club, stopping a bad AI feature from ever getting to your users. It checks for stuff like harmful language or if the model is just going way off topic. Okay, once it's live, you need tracing so you can see exactly what the model's up to. And you need feature flags so you can roll things out slowly and carefully to a small group first. And finally, the ultimate safety net, the big red button, a one-click rollback. If anything goes wrong, boom, you can instantly go back to the version that worked.
Now, I know what you might be thinking. That sounds like a lot of work, a lot of engineering overhead. But trust me, the practical payoff is absolutely enormous. Let's get into exactly why this stuff matters so much.
Okay, number one, you just have fewer fires to put out. It's as simple as that. When you have automated tests, controlled rollouts, and you're always monitoring, you find the problems before your users do. And that means fewer outages, way happier customers, and a product that people actually trust.
Number two, let's talk about cost, because running these things at scale can get expensive, and I mean fast. LLMOps gives you the visibility you desperately need to actually understand your costs. By tracing every API call and watching performance, you can see where you're bleeding money and optimize your prompts to stop the waste.
And this is the one that seems kind of backwards at first, but it's so true. All this safety actually lets you move faster. All this structure doesn't slow you down. It's like having really good brakes on a race car. It gives you the confidence to hit the gas. When your team trusts the system, they can innovate and ship new stuff way more quickly because they know those guardrails are in place to catch them if they fall.
So, when you boil it all down, LLMOps is really more than just a set of tools. It's a completely new mindset. It's a different way of thinking about how we build with AI.
And really, if you remember one thing from all this, let it be this. You have to treat your prompts and your AI agents like production code. They're not just some random text strings you threw in a file. No, they are a core, living, breathing part of your application's logic. And that means they demand the same respect, the same versioning, the same testing, the same monitoring as every other critical piece of your system. So I'm going to leave you with this question to think about. It is so easy to build a cool demo. Anybody can do it. But building a production-ready AI, one that's safe, reliable, and can actually scale, that takes a whole different level of discipline. And adopting these LLMOps principles, well, that's how you get there. So ask yourself, is your AI really ready for reality?